What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at you with another First Descendant video, and today, guys, we're going to be doing a build review on the Assassin's Edge hand cannon. This is a gun that I feel was potentially quite underrated and not really utilized at all or used within the community, so I decided to go ahead and completely max this gun out to see if it's any good. There's multiple reasons why I decided to do it. The most important reason, of course, is this really cool dragon head fire gun cosmetic skin that came in the battle pass this time around. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. Probably the better looking gun skin they brought out. And yeah, I thought, oh, surely this gun's got to be good. Let's give it a go because I want to use that gun skin. So that's obviously the main reason. But the second reason is the fact that the Assassin's Edge actually boasts some rather interesting base stats. And now, if we take a look at the base stats here, you can see that it comes with a standard base stat of 40% critical hit rate, which is actually rather good. And then not only that, the damage is pretty good too, starting off with a 2x on critical hit damage and also a 2x on weak point damage as well. And the hip fire accuracy at 66 is not bad. It's pretty good stuff. So I thought, you know what, this gun actually does look rather solid. Let's go ahead and give this a go. Plus, I mean, the standard skin does look good anyway. Like, it looks like something out of Assassin's Creed. It's pretty cool, right? But obviously, I like the new dragon skin that goes with it. So, what does the build look like and what do the stats look like? Now, I've actually gone ahead and put 10 catalysts. Yes, I know. 10 catalysts into this gun to get it done because it's a purple weapon. It doesn't come with any sockets, so I had to put 10 catalysts in this to finish this off. It's yeah, I've been working on it for a little while, and max capacity increase has been done as well with the activator, so this has been completely fully maxed out. So let's see what it can do. So we take a look at the front stats first of all. When you use a purple gun and you're rolling for those front stats, it's a lot cheaper to roll a purple gun than it is a gold gun. So that's one good thing. So I was able to keep rolling and rolling and rolling until I got the god rolls I wanted. And these are the 4 stats that I would recommend for the Assassin's Edge. Got firearm critical hit damage, weak point damage, firearm attack, and on the last one, fire attack is nice because it's element damage and it's going to be increasing how much damage I do, which is nice. You don't necessarily have to do that. You could go for like hip fire accuracy, which would also be pretty good because you do tend to use hand cannons with hip firing sometimes. So hip fire accuracy could be a good choice for the 4th one. But me personally, I just went for fire attack because, you know, I like the element on it. And if we jump in and take a look at the actual module setup, you can see this is similar to Minus Estra's Devotion. A little bit different because I decided to go more into damage on this gun because I've done something slightly different with Minus Estra's. I went for more crit rate and a little bit less damage on Minus Estra's for quality of life. But with this one, I decided to just ramp it up with as much damage as possible. So we built into pretty much both crit rate, crit damage, and weak point damage. So we have big damage mods like Have Aiming for 40% weak point damage. We cancel out the debuff of minus 20% accuracy with weak point aiming, which doesn't just wipe out the debuff, it also gives us an extra 10%, which means if you look here, you can see our aimed shot accuracy is at 100% max, which is extremely good. And you can see here, weak point sight, the usual suspects: better concentration, better insight, concentration priority. We've got maximized weight balance to give us some extra rounds in the gun because it comes with 9, and I think we get 11 with this, so that's pretty good. And then like weak point sight, that kind of stuff. So pretty straightforward stuff. I do use weak point expansion, so I get that nice big number when I hit the headshot. But you don't have to necessarily do that. If you want a bit more consistency, you could go and use special sight, which is going to give you more weak point damage, a little bit less movement speed when you're moving, but overall your general overall damage is going to probably be a little bit higher. You can see here, if we take a look at the weapon info, we've got 78,000 firearm attack, which is pretty solid. Again, 11 rounds in the mag, only 1.8 second reload time, so that's pretty good. Critical hit damage is at 3.5x, which is nice, with a crit rate of 54%. We've got 73 on hip fire accuracy now, which is rather nice. And then weak point damage, we're up at 6.3x. So yeah, like this is really good stats on here. This is actually very nice. So the question is now, what Descendant does this gun go well with? Now, of course, there's plenty of Descendants that can increase the crit rate. Our standard crit rate here is 54%. So you're going to want to get that up as much as possible. So there's plenty of Descendants that can do that. You could use Enzo, but then of course you've got to put his item down to do it every time you use a mag clip, and that's kind of annoying. I would say Valby is really good with her supply moisture build. You could also use Haley with the 1, you get the cryo stacks, that's more damage, and then activate her 3. That's going to give you the ice, when that will basically make you have more crit rate and stuff. So there is things you can do, but I like using it with Blair, because Blair's ability here, the gun build that we have for Blair, actually really does a great job of backdraft, increases weak point damage and firearm attack, which is it's quite a lot as well. The amount of firearm attack and weak point damage you get is really good. Plus, it's also going to increase his critical hit damage by like 50%, which is going to take us to 100. And the critical hit rate, sorry, it's going to increase by 25%. So we're going to get up to about 75-80% critical hit rate. And that's actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and put some fire pits down. I'll show you how much damage this does with Blair. So we're going to go ahead and put these down. There we go. Go ahead and drop this big one as well. Put the fire pits in. There we go. We're going to bring in all the flames. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and shoot. And then the damage, 3.5 million. And then 2.1 million on all these weak. Look at the damage. That is insane. And then straight in the chest, we're looking at 446,000 for chest crit hits. 2.1 million, and we got really 3.5 million on that on big crit with the mod. With the gold mod activated, we hit like 3.5 million. Absolutely insane hit damage. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this, the 3.5 again, that's crazy. 3.5 million. Wow. So yeah, with Blair activating all those stats is pretty good. Let me show you how the stats look with that as well, rather than just shooting the guns. So you can see here, we put the fires down, activate his 4, and I've got. There we go, and we can take a look and see how that all looks. You can see 87.7% crit rate, which is nice. The weak point damage has gone up to 3.8x, which is insane. We're at 4x now on critical hit damage. I mean, it's kind of nutty, isn't it? It's pretty good stuff. I tell you, I really, really, really like the damage this gun offers. And I really like doing it with Blair as well. Now, I mean, that's great and all, like doing it with the fire pits and having, you know, having the extra crit rate and stuff, but how does it perform when you not got all that stuff? You know, you run out of skill power, you can't put no fire down, which you shouldn't have that issue with Blair anyway. But let's just have a look. Just standard straight up damage, 380,000 crits on the chest, which is extremely nice. Look at that, 399,000 that's hitting for. That's pretty good stuff. And if we take a look at just the standard headshots, here we go, and bang. 2.6 million with the mod activated, and then 1.6 million every single hit. Look at this, it's absolutely insane. Really, really good damage. 11 bullets in the gun, sorry, 12 bullets in the gun even, should I say. And then we've also got a pretty decent fire rate. It goes pretty nice, not too quick. Look at the accuracy on the reticle as well, nice and small when you're aiming. Even on hip fire, this thing is really accurate, look. I'll be honest with you, I think this is one of the most underrated handguns in the game. It sounds good, it feels good. Overall, I really like it. So yeah, there you go. That right there, guys, is the Assassin's Edge. Again, it will work with any Descendant, but if you really want to ramp up the damage and take it to the next level, use it with Blair's gun build. I said I've got Blair's gun build on the channel. I'll leave a link for it in the description below in case you want to check that out. And again, using other Descendants that boost crit rate and damage will also make it even better, like it does with most guns. One quick question I'll answer. A lot of people, when I do this, say, oh, you never showed it on against a boss. What's it like against a boss? Nah, I wouldn't say take it in against a boss. Don't get me wrong, it will do good damage against bosses, but there's just so many other better options when you're fighting against bosses. Like this gun versus like an Enduring Legacy against a boss ain't gonna stand up against an Enduring Legacy for a boss fight, or a Greg's Reverse Fate. I mean, there's other guns which you would take into a boss fight. So this gun's not necessarily built to go in and wipe bosses out. But what it is a solid hand cannon you can put on your second or third slot when you're running a Descendant like Blair. Because when I'm running Blair, I'm never going to have this as my primary weapon. It's going to be my Enduring Legacy. That's going to be my primary. But having this down here as my secondary, if I'm using my Enduring Legacy and I need to quickly switch and do some quick damage to an enemy, there's nothing wrong with switching to this gun and launching in some pretty heavy damage. So there you go. There it is, guys. That right there is the Assassin's Edge. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. But until then, you know how this next bit's going to go. Stay safe, everyone. And of course, peace out.